Welcome back, everybody. It is time. Was that your back or the chair?
It's my new pocket square. Look at that.
Well, look at that.
Rebecca made this for me.
That's right. Viewer Rebecca Ross sent that in. Very nice. Okay, it is time now for Nobody Asks You.
Yeah, we've helped thousands of people online that didn't ask us for it, and we're not going to stop there.
We're not. We're going to force it on them. Okay, there are still so many people out there looking for advice online, and we're going to continue to answer even if they never say thank you and they never ask us specifically for advice in the first place.
Yeah. All right. So let's see our first question. I've gotten into my first ever relationship. I'm only 14. So I'm pretty new to this. I know it may not last, but I want to make sure I'm doing a good job. Any advice for a first relationship or dating in general?
So you're 14. What are you, freshman in high school?
First-time boyfriend, I think it said, too. So.
First-time boyfriend, okay. Okay, freshman in high school.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. I was just so nervous back then. I can't remember. I was just trying to stay alive.
I mean, all I can say is get ready for the pain.
Get ready for the pain.
It's just going to be painful.
Because you will break up.
Yeah,
I mean, there are these rare cases where you'll stay together, but you'll probably break up.
Well, even if you stay together, get ready for the pain.
Yep.
You're always wrong, no matter what.
Well, this was uplifting. Great job.
Well, do you want me to lie to the kid?
I think be a good listener, communicate, be hysterical, and not in like the cry hysterical, like the fun way.
And then get ready for the pain.
And then get ready.
It's coming.
Is there anything positive you'd have to say about a romantic relationship?
No, I'll have to think about it. Nope, get ready for the pain.
Okay. Okay, well, let's go to another question. This one will be more uplifting.
Okay.
Can you be addicted to driving? I have to drive a car every day or two. When I'm doing so, all of the negative feelings and worries I have disappear. I find myself wanting to drive more and more every year. Is this an addiction? Should I be concerned? No, honey, you're a red-blooded American. Driving is awesome.
Get a job as a bus driver.
Heck yeah, I drive all the time.
Long-haul trucker.
But what do you do
You'd be the happiest person on the planet.
Where he said, I only have to drive every day or two. I'm like, I feel like most people drive every single day.
Most people, unless you live in a big city.
Yeah.
Well, like New York, where it's not a commuter thing.
Driving can be stressful, but I really enjoy driving because it is a good time to kind of, focus on the road. But you can kind of zone out and love listening to music and a podcast. I do find driving very relaxing for me.
Except for those idiots out there that want to cut you off. Or do dumb things.
Yeah,
Look at this idiot.
Yeah, and I said I didn't know Lee was in town. You know, that kind of stuff. Yeah.
How can I stop being so judgmental? Well, there's a lot of idiots out there, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I have loads of judgmental thoughts, and a lot of them are mean, negative, and jump to conclusions about people. I almost always switch gears and point out something positive about the person, but I'm still frustrated with myself. Any advice is appreciated.
Okay, don't feel bad. I feel like we're all judgmental, and I feel, at least in my case, and I feel a lot of people, we're all actively trying, if you're a good person, to be less judgmental.
Isn't that what this person's wrestling with is what the Apostle Paul was wrestling with. So it's a good thing that you are self-aware enough to know that you're judgmental. There you go.
I think it's a natural human condition to be judgmental, but as long as you're aware of it, and if you don't like it, and you can actively work on it. But I think that's good, switching to think of something positive about that person.
It's all about grace. You're going to love them no matter what. And doesn't mean you have to abide by what they do, but you still love them anyway. That way, you're not so judgmental. Because I always think of myself as, well, I'm worse than they are.
Yes, you are. Why is there way more popular fiction about vampires and zombies than there is about werewolves? I think werewolves are just as cool as vampires, if not cooler. Why aren't they getting more love?
Well, I believe, one, because...
Well, vampires are real, and werewolves
vampires have some sort of decorum when it comes to bathroom behavior. Werewolves will go anywhere on the carpet. They'll go out in the woods. You got to deal with that mess. Nobody wants to see it. Nobody wants to read about it.
I don't know, because I don't watch, like I obviously watched, like the Twilight films and stuff like that, but I'm not one of those people that's really into all the vampire content. There's all those shows and movies and stuff about it. I'm just kind of not that into it.
What was the other? Was vampires and was it zombies?
Yeah, so like The Walking Dead.
Yeah. Well, those are just targets.
I think once a topic hits, then, people that produce this kind of content then jump and think, oh, people are eating this up.
It's harder to CG human hair than it is anything else.
Oh.
So if I'm a werewolf, you got to make all the the creature has to look real, covered in hair, and so that it's more difficult to do. Let's just make them a vampire or something else.
So they're shortcutting.
Yes.
It was
it's
a werewolf
cheaper
project, and
to
then they were
do.
like,
Yeah. Accidentally got too close to a friend. Long story short, a close friend had a few too many drinks the other night, and when you know it, I had a breakfast buddy the next morning.
oh.
We've been really close for a long time, and I'm afraid this may affect that. I don't think either of us want anything more than that. How should I proceed?
Okay.
Get out of town.
No. Oh, what? What?
Head for the, yeah.
Get ready for the pain.
Get rid of the pain.
I disagree. You would ghost them and just be like, this is too awkward, gotta go?
I don't know. I mean, I don't understand how that happened. Somebody had feelings. This person just lied to us in this mail. Because somebody felt something. I don't care how drunk you got. Somebody was up to something. And well, maybe they both were. So let's not act like it didn't exist.
Well, I mean, if it said it's a male and a female, I mean, and even if, same sex, whatever, there can be sexual tension between anybody. I think it's fine. And, it doesn't mean they necessarily had feelings. They just had too many Four Locos, whatever. I think you can easily come back from this. It's going to be awkward at first. I think you address it head on, sitting there talking awkwardly over your egg whites and spinach, but just say, that was crazy.
Yeah.
And then be like, if you're good enough friends, I think you can laugh it off. You'll turn around and you won't even think about it.
Get ready for the pain.
Hopefully you were drunk enough to not remember the way their body looks. Because that will be weird. If you're friends and you're hanging out and you're like, I've seen the
What if you
business.
like what you saw?
Well, then maybe you say, I like you. I'd like to be more. But if they're both truly not interested,
Well,
I
that's
say
it.
address it head on, be like, that was crazy. I don't want anything. You don't either, right? Cool. Let's move on. And they'll say, I can't. I've already moved to another state. Because that's
Right.
what you do.
That's right. I'm out. Sorry this happened, but I was hammered.
Why, would you say that because you think you gave a poor performance?
No, because there's no following that act.
Oh, you think it was
That's
so
correct.
good.
That's right.
They're going to want it all the
That's
time.
right.
They're going to say, I've got to be with you.
Elvis has left the building. Mic drop. Wait a minute. Let me use Rebecca's. Elvis has left the building. That's what I would.
That's what you do? Cool.
As long as I got Rebecca's little wash rag with me.
That's right.
I like that as a pocket square.
I got so drunk, I hooked up with my friends, but I never am too drunk to lose my wash rag.
Or my microphone.
Or your...
Okay, put that in there.